What happens when the safety nets millions of Americans rely on, Social Security, disability, SNAP benefits, and federal pensions are eliminated? What happens when the very foundation of economic stability is ripped away? Under the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, led by Elon Musk and backed by Trump, these cuts are not just a possibility, they are a looming threat. For decades, Social Security has been the lifeline for over 67 million Americans, providing retirement income, disability support, and survivor benefits. SNAP benefits feed over 41 million people, ensuring children and the elderly don't go hungry. Federal retirement pensions guarantee that government employees, including military veterans, can live with dignity after serving their country. Now, under DOGE, these essential programs are under attack. In the name of so-called efficiency, Musk and his hand-picked finance executives are gutting the very structure that keeps America's most vulnerable afloat. What does this really mean for you? Ruin. The economic collapse nobody's talking about. Social Security alone contributes over $1.4 trillion annually to consumer spending. That's money going directly into local businesses, housing, groceries, and medical services. Without it, small businesses shut down. Millions lose their jobs. A full-blown recession looms. And SNAP, eliminating food assistance, doesn't just impact those receiving it. It devastates the entire food industry. Grocery chains, farmers, and suppliers all suffer massive losses. Result, a catastrophic economic downturn, job losses, and deepened wealth inequality. The rise in poverty, homelessness, and hunger. Social Security currently prevents 22 million Americans from falling into poverty. Without it, retirees, disabled workers, and widows are all thrown into financial ruin. Homeless shelters overflow. Hunger surges, especially among children and seniors. Millions of disabled and elderly Americans are left with no income. The result, the largest poverty crisis in modern U.S. history. The healthcare nightmare. Right now, disability benefits help afford life-saving medications, surgeries, and routine care. If Musk and DOGE succeed, here's what happens. Disabled individuals lose access to medical care. Hospitals go bankrupt from unpaid bills. Emergency rooms become overcrowded with patients unable to afford primary care. Elderly deaths skyrocket due to lack of access to affordable health care. The result, a public health disaster with poorest Americans suffering the most. The federal jobs massacre. As of February 2025, Musk DOGE has already terminated 30,000 federal employees. But if Social Security, SNAP, and federal pensions disappear, it's only the beginning. Hundreds of thousands of government workers gone. Entire agencies shut down. More strain on state governments already struggling, resulting in a federal employment crisis sending millions into joblessness. Increased crime and civil unrest. Desperation breeds crime. When people can't eat, can't work, and can't find housing, crime skyrockets. The country faces higher rates of theft, fraud, and violent crime, mass protests, civil unrests, and riot. Government instability as millions demand justice. The result, a breakdown of law and order on a national scale. The political backlash. Here's what many Trump supporters aren't being told. 8 of the 10 most federally dependent states are Republican-led. Many rural voters rely on Social Security, disability, and Medicaid more than urban voters. Republican lawmakers are already facing backlash as their constituents realize the truth. The result, a political crisis that could reshape future elections. This isn't just happening by chance. DOGE is actively dismantling the social safety nets that keep millions of Americans afloat. Elon Musk's DOGE under Trump's administration is not making the government efficient, it's making millions of Americans suffer. This is a deliberate attack on the poor, the disabled, the elderly, and working families. DOGE is not fixing America, it is breaking it. And if we don't act now, the damage will be irreversible. Demand accountability. Call your representatives. Protest these cuts. Make your voice heard. Because if DOGE succeeds, America fails.